Alright, so we're here in the Corolla, going for a little drive around here in the beautiful state of Utah. I wanted to go over a few things and my thoughts on this 2015 Corolla. A couple of things that I have noticed is, I don't want to say this because I don't believe it, but in reality, it's kind of one of the more boring cars that I've ever driven. And I say boring in a good way. When I mean boring, I mean, you know, it doesn't brake like the Jeep did. It doesn't leave you stranded. You know, there's no randomness about it. You tell it to go somewhere, it goes somewhere. You turn, it turns. I mean, you hit the throttle, it goes. You hit the brake pedal, hey, it stops. I mean, there's no questioning on if it's going to do its job. Now, that's a good thing, right? The Jeep, it did its job. The steering wheel was kind of loose, so it wasn't fully connected to the road. The Corolla, I mean, it's a tight steering wheel. You turn it left, it goes left. You turn it right, it goes right. And it'll do it every time. Now, it being boring on the side of speed, it's actually pretty peppy for a little 1.8 liter. I'm quite surprised at that. It actually does really well for the engine that it has. And again, when we're comparing apples, I mean, to our 94 Wrangler, which I sold to get this is actually really fast. Now, compared to our 2007 Toyota Highlander, which has the V6 in it, this is pretty dang slow. Now, as you may have figured that out from what I just said, we are now a Toyota family. And we are loving it. There is definitely nothing wrong with Toyotas. I love the Jeep. I'm a Chevy fan when it comes to trucks. But when it comes to any other vehicle, SUV, or a car, it'll be Toyota all the way every time. And the reliability speaks for itself. It's one of the biggest parts why we got the ones that we have. Now, it is weird not having some sort of off-roader. I know the Highlander is four-wheel drive. It goes off-road just fine. But it was a very weird transition going from looking down at other people when you're driving down the road versus looking up at other people. It's kind of intimidating there for, you know, the first little bit, but you get used to it. And the peppiness and the handling kind of make up for that. It makes it more fun. Not to mention having air conditioning and heating that actually works makes the drive just that much more enjoyable. Now we've left Utah. We are now in Mexico. I've got it in sport mode. Let's see what it can do from 0 to 60. You guys are gonna have to time this on your own. I'll try to keep it steady. And here we go. Gotta be honest, that's my first time ever doing the 0 to 60 on it. To be honest, I'm not a fan of that. Not only for its timing, but I'm just not a fan of abusing my vehicles. So luckily that's the one and only time I'll do it, and that's all we need because it is on video. So typically I just drive it around and drive. Like I say, it does have the paddle shifters. It's got sport mode. It does become a little bit more alive in sport mode. It does have the CVT transmission. And you can tell that it kind of holds the RPMs a little higher in sport mode. But like I say, typically it's just in drive, sport mode off. We drive in eco mode because one of the reasons I do also love this vehicle is its fuel mileage. Around town now, I've been driving this for the past 3 days. I'm at 35.9 miles of the gallon, and that's even with idle time in the morning to get it nice and warm for me so I'm not sitting in a cold car going to work. But, you know, it's not designed to be the quickest thing in the world. Yes, it has the S on it for sport, but this is a really comfortable little car. As you can see, it's pretty roomy. 5 people fit in here just fine, but typically most of the part, it's just me and my wife and my dogs. So, you know, we don't need the world's largest car to be doing stuff like that. But I love it. Like I say, not the most fun car, not the best car. It is a really good car. I'm not trying to rag on it in any sort of way, but I'm just jokingly saying that it's boring because it does exactly what it should. Now, when you're used to, you know, like I say, Jeeps or old trucks or something like that, where you're kind of like, am I actually going to be able to make it to work today? Is it going to start? Will it break down on me when I'm at the gas station? It's kind of exciting. You never know what you're going to get into that day. But this car is boring in the fact that it does what it should. And like I say, if there's any questions you have on the Corolla, these are just my quick thoughts and impressions. Let me know. Ask questions. Leave comments. Let me know what you want to hear about it, and I can show you around. And I'll be doing more videos on it when I become more acquainted with it, when I kind of personalize it on my own, when I find more things that I do or do not like, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.